Good morning. Ira Epstein of Lynn & Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 13th of March, 2017. We're about 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. A snowfall in Chicago. Hard to believe. We haven't had one since, I think, December 17th, so it's our very first. And it could end up with about 6 inches, and it'll melt very quick because we're going back to warmth right away. I understand out east a real bad storm, and that's a little different. But in any case, the stock market marking time. As you know, this Wednesday we have the FOMC meeting. The odds, as I just checked them, are about 88%, 86, 88%, that the Fed is going to raise interest rates at this Wednesday's meeting. And then the dot plot will become the key. I wrote about that last night in my market update. Metal markets, a bit of a bounce happening. Not much in the platinum, but the others getting a bit of a bounce, and that's important. Stock indices down a bit as the dollar tries to recover, and now we have to start watching what's going to happen in the British pound and the euro. Today, Ms. May, the Prime Minister of the UK, is supposedly going to get the okay by today or tomorrow to begin the Article 50 negotiations. What has gone on is the House of Commons has again got a bill. They're going to add wording. The word that we read about in the news is that the House of Lords has made its point and they're going to allow, because of the modifications that the House of Commons does, to begin the proceedings for this. So we'll wait and see what it does. Will the pound be up or down on it? It's a big question, of course, for traders, and I think that'll be important. And, of course, we just saw that Mario Draghi sort of sitting tight, looking to see what the U.S. does, how the U.S. reacts to higher rates, and so on. Bonds and notes, as you can see, pretty stable, down a fraction. We're still down in the wheat a lot this morning, corn getting hit again, as the soybean market trying to stabilize. But the action still is what's going on, obviously, in the rebob gasoline and what's going on in the crude oil. And in the crude, of course, the Saudis are saying now that as much as we had heard talk, they might extend beyond June. At what expense? And they don't want to be the market that is giving the U.S. the share, and that becomes a problem. So the market has taken a turn for the worse, actually, over the past week or so, as U.S. producers keep kicking up and the oil wells counts keeps going up. The Conference Board February Employment Trends Index, 131.9. Prior was 129.91, still good. Survey of economists believe that the ECB is going to wind down their asset purchase program before they do anything in terms of raising interest rates. They signaled last week that they were going to continue their bond program, their buying program through the end of 2017. I don't see a change there. Shipping data shows Iran shipped 17% more crude oil in February compared to January to India, pushing it into second place for crude oil supplies. Remember, this is a major market, India, as China is, and Saudi still remain number one. And at a group event in Singapore, the Missile Bank analyst said that he sees slow hog growth in China along with bird flu epidemic, keeping corn consumption in check. That's what I'm getting you to. Corn, he estimated 17 corn consumption at 230 million tons compared to the USDA's outlook of 237, less there. And they're forecasting the Chinese soybean output at 13.2 million metric tons compared to the 11.8. So a bit more soybean production there, less corn imports, and I think that does become important to the marketplace. So you look at it, I don't expect an awful lot in the financial markets over the next 48 hours as we go into the FOMC meeting, but you'll have your pieces of action, as I like to call it. Let's talk about what you see right behind me here. And what this is, I'll get over it like this to start. It's Modern Trader magazine. The April issue is out, and they're prepared to send it to you. Different articles, this one, symmetric triangle patterns, how you work with them, where you go with them, market focus, of course. They send out daily, so you keep up with it. Now, this comes out by email now, and you get it free. It's a $79 value. You're going to get it free by giving us a call at 866-973-2077. You can see the Snap IPO. That's, of course, discussed in here in detail. Sell RL, cycles, brick China, the ETFs. So it's chart patterns, futures, something for everybody in this. It's must reading. I have the first issues of this ever put out, and I keep a full library of them. And I go to them often, especially for trading patterns and trade ideas, and I want to review something because I find their articles probably the best out there. How do you get this? Again, it's free, 866-973-2077. Go to our website. You'll see a carousel of free offers. If you're watching me on YouTube, you see it right up here, this I. Click on it. The form will appear for it, or under us on many websites, it'll say click here, fill out that form, and away it goes. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great trade day, and I will see you all later this afternoon in our other videos.